All right. So here we are on the lesson on throwing up a quick web page and stuff like that. So first of all, this is my web page. This is GameShopsBasement.com. But first of all, before we get into the web page stuff, I just want to make this disclaimer again that you don't actually need a web page. Now I've got. Well, then why do you have one, John? Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Okay, so you don't actually need a web page. I went without one for 2 to 3 weeks, and I used my profile at startplaying.games, and you could totally do that. You could just use your profile at startplaying.games. What this comes down to is how big you want to build your business, or if you want to have a brand, like my brand is Game Shop's Basement. And there's actually a story here at the bottom of the webpage at gameshopsbasement.com. Our story, once upon a time, in a very magical time known as the 1980s, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading that whole thing to you. You can go read it yourself if you feel like it. Okay, but that's my brand. So if you do want to have a brand, or if you want to have a website, or if you want to build this thing big, like I have replaced my job with it and stuff, in my opinion, you do need a website. But also, in my opinion, you don't absolutely have to have one. Like if you're just trying to make some extra money or something, or if you've got some other tricks up your sleeve, some other ways to grow your web traffic and stuff, or if you're just overwhelmed, it's like, oh, in addition to all this other stuff I'm learning, I don't know if I could learn how to make a website right now. So I'm putting it in the course for completion, and because the whole idea is I'm teaching you to do what I did and stuff, and why I do what I do, and how I grow my business. But this, if you're feeling overwhelmed by stuff, and you just, this is just, you're busy trying to learn Discord, you're busy trying to, I would put this last, even though I think it's critical, in my opinion, to grow to the size that I'm growing to. And you could just make some extra money and you wouldn't even need this, but I would put it last, because getting your stories as a dungeon master, getting your dungeon mastering skills up, that's important. Getting players to start registering for your games at startplaying.games, that's important. There's other more important things that come first. So having said that, let's say you are making a website, and let's get into it right now. So first of all, another thing that you don't necessarily need right away is you don't necessarily need your own custom URL right away. So mine is gameshopsbasement.com. But if you're going to start for free, which is what I'm teaching you how to do today, if you're going to start for free, then there it is, gameshopsbasement.com. If you're going to start for free, then low budget, shoestring, something like that, then you could get by with a generic URL for a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. But as soon as you feel like you can make the investment, go ahead and spring for a custom URL. Yourbrandname.com. All right, so let's take a quick look at the website here. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the website, why I do what I do, why it's designed like it's designed, and then we'll put my website away, because it's just for teaching. This isn't really about me. My website's just an example for teaching purposes today for this lesson, and then I'll get into showing you how you can put up yours. Okay, so the first thing we see here is we see this banner, Night of the Blood Red Moon. This is an event. It says, join us for our first crossover event, Night of the Blood Red Moon. Click here to learn more if you dare. And I'm going to click on it here, and that'll bring up the Night of the Blood Red Moon page, July 26th to August 8th. As I record this, it is August 9th, and so this event ended yesterday, and so I'm going to leave this event up. I'm going to leave this page up here as an archived page with a link to it and stuff, so that people in the future who weren't here for this event, they can look back, and we're going to do more events. But I want people to be able to look back and, like, let's say somebody finds me 6 months from now, or somebody finds me a year from now. I want them to be able to see that, hey, Game Shop's Basement, we do this thing. We're doing it up. We have crossover events. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to the home page. But what do I mean by a crossover event? Well, the majority of the games that I run at this time, and I'm going to quick skip down to our schedule. Okay. This is over here on the left. This is our schedule. I'm kind of highlighting the links and turning them pink for, one at a time here. It kind of goes down here. Yeah, right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one meets twice a week. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 games right now. At 3 hours a game, that's 40. Yeah, I DM 42 hours a week. And you may not want to do that. That may not be what you're into. Or maybe you've got a team. Maybe you're forming your own little startup company or something. Team DMs, or something like that. You've got a partner, maybe. But John, I'm just looking for a little extra money. What? I'm not crazy like you. Well, okay, that's fine. I'm still going to show you how to get the most out of what you're doing. How to make if you are just looking for a little bit of side money with part-time commitment, I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your side money with your part-time commitment. All right, but most of the games here take place in a D&D world known as Mystara. So here's Monday Mystara. There's actually 2 Monday Mystaras. Tuesday's Mystara. Tuesday and Thursday it says Planescape right now because they're wandering the planes, but their home plane when they get back home is Mystara, unless they want to change it. Mystara, there's Marvel Universe, there's Mystara. Now, you do not have to run what I run the way I run it or anything. I'm not here to evangelize exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to teach you how to apply it to what you do. And so in order to explain this Night of the Blood Red Moon event, since so many of my groups game master on the same world map, the same world setting, the same campaign world, they do it in Mystara, was I had a crossover event that affected everyone in Mystara. And it's going to lead to more crossover events. And that's what I meant by crossover. So if we go back down here and look at my schedule, so people who play Mystara on Monday, stuff that they experienced is a shared experience with people who play Mystara on Tuesday. That's a shared experience with people who play Mystara on Wednesday. So that's what I mean by a crossover event. Okay, and that's something that you can do to it's something that you can do to make your community connect more than just a single group. So like if I go back down here, so I've got like all these are just could be like single groups, like Wednesday 4 p.m. Mystara, but there's also Wednesday 7:30 p.m. Mystara. Here's Monday 3 p.m. Mystara. Here's Monday 7 p.m. Mystara. Now those people could, and it's human nature, they could form a little clique, a little group, and why wouldn't you make friends with the people you game with? I mean, if the people that you're gaming with are not cool to you or with you, then you'd probably quit, or you'd probably find some other time slot or something like that. Find some other people to game with. I mean, we don't game, at least not on purpose, to sit down and get annoyed by people. One of the reasons we game is to sit down and enjoy our time with other people. But so people are gonna form little friendships, little groups. But if we want to make a cross-connected community, so that like the Monday 3 p.m. people are, and where do we do this? We do this on Discord. So here comes the hideous desktop just for a moment. Oh, hideous desktop. Oh, hideous desktop. Okay, so I'm getting Discord open again because it's Discord. Discord is where people are going to talk. Discord is where people are going to joke around. They're going to have conversations with each other that don't involve you. This is where, instead of it just being a cult of personality and just being all about you, this is where it can really become a community. All right. All right. Yeah. So here we've got Davey Herb talking with Mr. Mold and Headley about D&D build theory. Okay, I wasn't even part of this conversation. I don't need to be part of this conversation. Not everything's about me. Not everything's about you. Not everything's about any of us. Because none of us are all that in a bag of chips. But the thing is, if you want to create a community, something that has a life of its own, something that's bigger than just you, in this business model, that happens on Discord. So we want to get people talking on Discord. We want to get people, and here's the, let's see, oh, that's my screen recorder. let's get back to the web page. All right. We want to get people talking. We want friendships to form and everything, just like they would in the original Game Shop's Basement from the 80s. If you want to go to our website, read that story. Um, okay, so the banner event, this is very important. Um, and that's why I put it up at the top to advertise it. But I'm going to take it down today, and I will show you how to take it down after I finish the tour of the website here, so you can see how easy it is with the tools that I use to just quickly change your website. Because I don't think you want to pay somebody else to do your website. That's kind of pricey. And that kind of eats into your profit margin. But you need something that you can quickly learn to do, and that's not going to take hours and hours of your time every day. So moving down, so normally when there's not an event, my website would look like this. I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit, and I'm going to kind of get rid of that banner up there, because that banner was just advertising a special event. So if there wasn't a special event going on, the website would look more like this. So here's my Game Shop's Basement logo on the right. Now, this logo as a whole, as a completed whole, Game Shop's Basement is copywriting. However, in order to make a cool one like this, it was totally made for free. That's right, for free. And I'm going to tell you how to make yours for free if you want one. So the dragon here, as cool as he is, that dragon is a piece of public domain clip art. I think the website where I just searched on a bunch of search engines for, public domain clip art dragon, public domain dragon pictures, stuff like that. And I think it was like publicdomainvectors.org or something like that, where I eventually found him. But he's a piece of public domain clip art. And this pencil here, the pencil at the bottom, that's a piece of public domain clip art. And then I just found the right fonts I wanted to use to make the Game Shop's Basement, with the idea that the pencil added the 'S basement. So every piece of that logo to make it was free, but now that I've made it like that, now it's getting copyrighted. To be used in that particular form, in that particular arrangement, to stand for my company. But I mean, you could use that dragon too. Just don't put him over the words Game Shop's Basement with a pencil like that, with those fonts. I mean, he's public domain. As cool as he is a piece of public domain clip art. He is free to use. Just don't use him as Game Shop's Basement type thing, because that one's mine. But you could use him for yours. You could use him for whatever, because he's public domain clip art. So free stuff. And then I've even made t-shirts with him over here on the right. Obviously, I replaced my job. I'm doing t-shirts. I'm now teaching this class. So obviously, yeah, okay, I want to do this big, and I want to teach you guys to do it big if you want, or to get it as big as you want. So the t-shirt website that I use is Bonfire. The scope of this lesson is just to teach you to throw up a quick website. So I'm not going to get into the t-shirts for this one. I've got some other things I want to show you. Like I taught you how to make a free logo that looks that cool out of free stuff. But I mean, if you're into apparel or merch or whatever, there are ways to get that done. And there's more after this $75 class, this 7-day class. There's more. The Game Shop's Basement Council of Game Masters is $20 a month, which is just a little bit more than gamers usually squeeze out of their budgets anyway for an MMO subscription. So for just a few dollars more than an MMO subscription each month, you can become, a member of the Council of Game Masters, and I and other game masters will discuss things about how to make and sell merch and stuff like that. And, I use bonfire.com for my t-shirts, but maybe there's a better company out there that I just haven't found yet. And maybe somebody on the Council of Game Masters will teach me something, and maybe we could even find a company that would negotiate collectively with us as the Game Shop's Basement Council of Game Masters, and maybe we could all get discounts on our shirts or something. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen in the future with this as we build this industry, because this is an industry. And it's just getting bigger by the day, literally. All right, so then if we move down the website, We've got in-game quote of the week here. This is another thing that I do to um, create community, to get people involved. So the quote of the week, and then I archive. I'm turning this pink over here on the right. I archive previous quotes of the week, um, so that so that it's not, don't waste anything, don't lose anything, keep a history, and then people can see as it grows from week to week, how long you've been in business, how long you've been doing this, um, and it keeps those memories alive, the fun memories laughing around our virtual gaming tables in Discord, and makes people feel special, and it gives them bragging rights. Hey, yeah, the quote of the week, that was mine. Booking policy here. As long as I continue to work with startplaying.games, this is going to be absolutely critical. And it's so important, I'm actually going to read it out loud. Booking policy. All non-free events are to be booked through our official booking platform, www.startplaying.games, without exception. We value our relationship with startplaying.games as our booking platform. Having an account there is free, although our games and many others you might register for there are paid games. Find us and a whole lot of other great online games there too. So what this does is, I'm not a lawyer. No lawyer told me to do this. To me, this was just common sense. Just to make sure that, as Game Shop's Basement, we are following the terms of service for startplaying.games. And if you've already watched the startplaying.games lesson, those guys are awesome. And I am hopeful of having a good relationship with them for a long, long time. Okay, so on the left here, it says current game schedule with links to sign-up pages. So startplaying.games is awesome. We just said that. But sometimes to find a specific game can be a little bit like a needle in a haystack. So if you click on these links here, and I'll show you how to get them. If you click on these links, like let's say somebody was interested in signing up for the Monday D&D Mystara game, you can click on that and it'll take you right there. See, only 2 seats left. All right, it'll take you right there. Now I'm in Microsoft Edge right now, where I am logged in as my wife, and there's another reason for this is where you get that link from, right here in the address bar. That's where you get that link from, and it's important to do it from a player account, like my wife's account. That's why I leave my wife's account up here, because if I tried to do it from my own account, let's watch what happens and compare the difference. So here comes the hideous desktop. And I'm going to start Opera here. In this browser, I'm logged in as myself to startplaying.games. So here's startplaying.games. See, I'm logged in as me up in the corner. That's me. And if I, let's say we'll go to my dashboard, and I'll go to Adventures, and then I look for, see what I mean? How sometimes, well, let's try the calendar. Sometimes it's not so easy to find stuff on here. That's one of the reasons why so Monday, August 9th, 3 p.m. Mysteries of Mystara. Okay, so here's the same link. The only difference is we're logged in as the Game Master. So if I highlight this for you here, you'll notice that it says Manage Adventures in the middle of that link. That link will not work for a player. I've tried. I sent that link to a player and said, that was asking me how to find the sign up link. I sent it to them on Discord, and they said, oh, that link's not working for me. And it's because this link thinks that you're the Game Master. It says Manage Adventures. So that's why I stay logged in another browser on my wife's account, because she's a player, and I can use this link. That link recognizes that people are a player, and that's the link that I put here on Game Shop's Basement. So when somebody clicks here to join this game, or this one, 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 I got those links right there off startplaying.games, so people can go straight to them. And I will show you guys how to do that later in the lesson. Right now I'm still kind of giving the tour. So over here on the right, join our Discord server, and I've got this phrased, Game Shop's Basement hosts an open Discord server. All gamers are welcome. Observing any of our game sessions is free. You can't state enough that observers are free. And half my observers become players. half my observers become paying players. Now, sometimes it's taken a month before, but we have one observer on Discord. He's really cool if you see him on Discord. His Discord name is Mr. Mold, and he lurked for probably a month or more, and he really has a very interesting sense of humor, and people would just laughing at the stuff he would say and stuff, and he was really contributing just from being a lurker and observer. And finally, and people kept begging him to play, and now he does. It took over a month, but now he does. And like people, he's completely a lurker, but he was so funny, so entertaining. People would like miss him if he missed a game, if he wasn't there. Oh man, where's Mr. Mold? So and again, this is all part about creating the community, and getting real organic friendships to spring up on your Discord server, because that's what gamers want. That's what the original Game Shop's Basement was. If you go to GameShopsBasement.com, go to the bottom of the page, read the story there of where our brand came from. But you cannot state often enough that it's free. Free. Okay, then YouTube. We've got a YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel has semi-daily updates with news, rules, clarifications, and campaign setting lore pertaining to recent events in our campaigns. I'm going to go there real quick, and we'll talk about the YouTube channel some. Now, do you have to have a YouTube channel? No, you don't have to. I do, and I'm teaching you how to. It's worked. I know it's worked for me. We are not answering the phone right now. I am doing a teaching thing right now. Not doing that. Okay. Anyway, so here's Game Shop's Basement. You notice I'm not breaking any records. We got 45 subscribers here, but I'm picking up 1 or 2 subscribers every day. And if that were to continue for a year, it wouldn't stay linear. It would start to explode. But the thing is, let me get the whole list of videos here. I am not competing with anyone. Okay, like YouTube is filled with all kinds of fantasy franchise lore masters. There are other people that do Mystara besides me. I've got some Star Wars videos. I've got Dragonlance videos. I've got Realms of Pugmire videos. And if people started playing, I've got a Shadowrun video. If people started playing, I've got Marvel Superheroes videos. Yeah, so any game that people are playing, I have videos to support it. And but I'm not trying to compete with the Star Wars lore gurus that are already on YouTube. I'm not trying to compete with the Marvel Universe gurus that are already on YouTube, or the Dragonlance or anything like that. This specifically supports our games, and in a way that pertains specifically to our players and includes them and makes them feel included. So for instance, right here, this video, this is from a month ago. It's only got 9 views, but people talk about it in game. So Return to Dragonlance #1, Kender, and I named it right here in the name. It says, "Yes, Davey, this one is for you." Dragonlance is kind of an old franchise. And you go into game shops today and talk to young people. What's a Kender? Like, they don't even know. Well, Davey remembers Kender. I remember Kender. Kender are like super cool. He plays one, and so since so many people don't even know what that is anymore, I made a little video about it. And so I specifically talk about, well, like here on the Radiance, how it pertains to players. The title here, The Radiance and How It Affects Your Character. Okay, so you want to connect to the story, and particularly what the players are doing. So here, like the third one we did, Mistress of Mystara #3. So what exactly is Jeeves, the Lurch knockoff butler? So the player characters went into like this Addams Family knockoff mansion, and there was this butler, kind of like Lurch. Well, Lurch from the Addams Family was supposed to be like a Frankenstein type being, but in D&D, Frankenstein type beings are like flesh golems, and flesh golems, yeah, they're made of rotting flesh, and they're not the most sanitary butlers. Plus, a flesh golem was kind of a high level thing to put in this low level story. So I wanted to I wanted to find something else that would have that look, but wouldn't be a flesh golem. It says, so what exactly is Jeeves? So that pertains to the story and what players have done. The very first Marvel game we ever did, we had so, somebody play. We had somebody play Deadpool and somebody play Emma Frost, so it was like Marvel Team Up. So I did one about that. Anything that pertains, we've had people ask about crafting magic items, how I handle that. So I made it into a 6-part series, crafting magic items, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so anybody that, now I can refer people to this. Anybody that wants to know how magic items are crafted, at my table, now I can just refer them to that, and yeah, and here we've got, it's always about pertaining to what people are doing, showcasing what people are doing. It's not all about you. So for instance, here we've got one of my favorite ones. This is the Marvel Universe video number 4 on Earth 1407. Earth 1407, we searched for it online just to make sure that Marvel Comics didn't already have a 1407, and they don't, at least not that we're able to find online. And so Jordan's one of our players on Discord. He's Sploojay, and Sploojay is very into Spider-Man, into the Spider-Verse, stuff like that. So he made a Spider-Man character from another universe, Earth 1407, and we worked out what Earth 1407 is like. And so I call that table canon. That's for our, as far as I know, you would not find any kind of Earth 1407 for Marvel. And if you did, it would probably be totally different than this is our table canon. This is stuff we made up for our table. Because the franchises can't necessarily answer every question or every little nook and cranny of the universe that your players might ever explore. Sometimes you got to just make up some stuff for your table. All right. But yeah, so this, even since I've got 45 subscribers, some of these views are pretty low, trying to find an example, one that's pretty low here, but like this one's got 40. That's pretty high for us right now. That Kinder one had 9. I think that might be the lowest right now. Yeah, most of these, Night of the Blood Red Moon has 43. That's our biggest so far. But like these that I just put up a couple days ago, well, actually it says a week ago now, but they've got 10 views, 12 views. But again, this is not how to make $1 million on YouTube. This is how to support what you're doing and draw people in to your world, to your gaming community. All right. So that's the YouTube channel. And then looking for a game you don't see yet, or a day or time slot you don't see yet, ask about it in Discord. Here's the big list of all our games. So here I came up with a list of all the games that I have either run or or know how to run, or would run, or could run. And actually, I think I've never actually run Babylon 5. I've played it. And some of these Magic the Gathering worlds, like Amun Ket, I didn't run a whole campaign there, but players did stop there for a moment and realized they were on Amun Ket, and it's like, ooh, let's get out of here. But yeah, I have run pretty much all of these at one point or another in the past 39 years, and would run them again. So let's hit return to homepage here. But that way people would... you do not have to have a repertoire of like 50 games or game worlds you'd run. That's not the point. So the point is not here to create a bunch of carbon copies of me and have people do it exactly like me. I just want to teach you why I'm doing what I'm doing, what's working to grow a community, replace my job with it, but put your spin on it. Do what you want to do. Like, figure out a way to apply this to your style and your interests and your players. And then these free pictures here. I know I talked about this a little bit on the startplaying.games video about how to find good pictures for your startplaying.games listings. The picture of these dice here, I got that picture at pexels.com. Pexels.com, beautiful website, and you can just find all sorts of pictures that are totally free to use, and even for business use, even for commercial use. And what people are doing here, photographers are putting pictures up here to get known, to get their portfolio out there, to get their name out there. And you can see some of the searches that I've done lately to find pictures that pertain to things I needed to put up for either YouTube thumbnails, YouTube pictures from my YouTube videos or for the website, like the dice. But blacksmith, forged sword, Doberman, Cthulhu, caveman, cave people, Victorian. But like let's just type something in there, sword, something easy. So all these pictures of swords would be free for you to use. Yeah, there's a cool one. There's a cool one. There's a cool one. Yeah, so you could just download this picture, and I might even put it into Microsoft Paint or something, or Photoshop if you're more advanced than me, and I might even cut the top half off because I think it's a lot of wasted space above his head with those trees or whatever. But you could totally get this. It's free to use. What they ask that you do is just give credit. So if I, oops, sorry, that's the part that explains the free to use part. Oh, did I lose? Oh, there he is. Okay. So I hit info. Is that what I wanted? Or was it share? There it is. Okay, then you can hit copy here. Photo by Becker McRobbie from Pexels. And you can hit copy, and that'll copy that so that you can give credit in your on your website or in your YouTube down below part or something like that. So like this dice picture that I used for GameShopsBasement.com, down at the bottom here it says photo by Stephen Hardy from Pexels, with links to him and Pexels. Okay, but totally free to use, even for commercial purposes. So Pexels.com is a great resource. Okay, so now that you've kind of seen my website and everything, and kind of got a feel your way around for it, I'm going to show you how easy it is to change things, and then I'm going to show you how to start creating your own. So I'll be right back, and I will in the next little segment here, and I will show you how to what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down that Night of the Blood Red Moon thing, and I'm going to change some of my listings. I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of what I do every day, how quick and easy it is, and then I'll show you how you can do it. So there's the hideous desktop, and all right, so here I am at GameShopsBasement.com, logged in through WordPress as myself. So I use something called WordPress, and don't worry if you're not familiar with it, because I'm going to go in through how to use it today. We're going to go step by step by step. But up here at the top, you'll notice that there's this nav bar here that wasn't there before. That's not actually part of my page. That's from WordPress. So since this is my page and I'm logged in as me with WordPress, it recognizes that I'm me, and like up here in the upper right corner where it says howdy admin, like it recognizes I'm the administrator. So I've got some of these options. This isn't something that people see on your page normally, and you won't see this on your page if you're not logged into WordPress. But I will show you like how to get this all set up step by step by step. But where I want to start is, hopefully I want to inspire you but not intimidate you with how easy this is going to be, what it's going to look like when you're done. So what I want to do right here, show you how quick I can make changes, because I don't want you to think that, oh, this is going to be a whole nother job. I'm going to spend 6 hours a day working on this website or something like that. No, it's really easy once you get it set up. So this is how easy it is to make changes. So here's some changes I need to make today. First, I'm going to get rid of my Night of the Blood Red Moon banner, because the Night of the Blood Red Moon is over. Now, I will be bringing it back at a future time, because I want to, like I explained in the last segment, I'm going to want to archive this event, and I'm going to want to leave the page up for this event and all the events I've done, so that people can see that, there's a history, there's a history of my DMing, that there's a world, there's a continuity that they can become a part of. They can join this thing that's happening. So I'm going to click on the Night of the Blood Red. Now again, the Blood Red Moon picture here, I got that from Pexels.com, and I talked about Pexels last segment. And Pexels is just, I mean, if you're really going to get the art at the photographs at the level of professionalism and good lookingness, if that's a word, we'd never be able to afford it if we were shoestring entrepreneurs. I mean, in order to afford that, you'd probably have to have enough money that you weren't looking to DM to make money. Because there's other things you can do to make a lot more money than DMing. You'd probably, already be like super rich. But if you're a shoestring guy or gal, you want to make, so let's break into DMing and make money DMing. Let's replace our job or something, or let's just have some income that we can fall back on if we lose our job. Um, Probably shoestring entrepreneurs, pexels.com, pexels.com. It's amazing. That's where I got my blood red moon picture here. All right, so we want to get rid of that banner, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to update some of my little TV guide type blurbs about the games. And the blurbs about the games here, I usually have them start with "Where in a group of adventurers," because that sounds all old-timey and D&D-ish. Monday Mystara, 3 p.m., wherein a group of adventurers investigates the mystery of Castle Amber. They've just entered the dungeon level. Or Monday, 7 p.m., wherein a group of adventurers has accepted a mission to kill the god of the Karakara on the tropical island of Tekinuraria, hopefully returning their society to what it was before the god arrived on their island. So their culture has been tampered with. It's been kind of contaminated by someone who's passing themselves off as a god, and the player characters are hopefully going to maybe fix some of that cultural contamination. All right, so I'm going to update some of these things here. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to do. So I'm going to hit Edit with Elementor. Now, the Elementor is something that I'm going to show you how to use here, how to set up. So I'm going to hit Edit with Elementor, and I'm going to wait for that to load in. And I'm going to show you how easy. Yeah, there's Elementor loading in, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make these changes. Okay, so now when I hover over things, Elementor puts them in these little boxes. So here's another Blood Red Moon in a box. There's my logo in a box. Here's our t-shirt advertisement in a box. There's in-game quote of the week in a box. You get the idea. Everything puts everything in a box. Okay, all I'm going to do to get rid of the Night of the Blood Red Moon banner up here is I'm just going to X out its box. Boom! It's gone. It's that easy. Now I still have that graphic saved on my machine, so sometime in the future when I want to bring that back or use that again in the future, that I do have that graphic saved somewhere. But if I go hit the update button down here in the lower left, update, now it's updated for what people see. And if we want to see what people see, I'm going to open up another tab here, and I'm going to go to gameshopsbasement.com, and see, it's gone. There's no Night of the Blood Red Moon anymore. And if I go down here, and let's say let's find one I need to update. Let's see. Here's one I can update, and I'm just going to do one just to show you how easy this is. I can go back and do a whole bunch of others later if I need to. But like Wednesday Mystara, that's not the most updated thing anymore. So, yeah, wherein a group of adventurers has discovered that the Iron Ring is behind the goblin invasion of Karmakos, but why? Okay, so that's not really a current description of that anymore. So I'll say wherein a group of adventurers has arrived in Glantry to seek employment opportunities, not employment, not with an A. So I really can spell, I just don't type sometimes. To seek employment opportunities with Glantry's famously generous quest givers. Okay. Because in the world of Mystara, adventurers do go from all across the world to Glantry, because the Glantrian mages are known to be the most rewarding quest givers. Okay. Oh, this one could really be changed. Thursday Marvel Universe, wherein a group of young students from Doctor Strange's Academy for Magical Youngsters take on the Sinister Six. Okay, I will change that one real quick. And then I saw one more I'm going to change real quick. So we're in a group of young students from Doctor Strange's Academy um, are on a field trip quest across Asgard and Jotunheim. Okay, and then the Star Wars one. Yeah, brand new first session coming up this Saturday. Be on the ground floor. That's not exactly accurate anymore. So we're gonna say uh, so far a primarily bounty hunting campaign, but all character types welcome. There we go. All right. Then I'm going to make sure I hit update in the bottom. And then I'm going to go over to this new tab and update that and make sure that all the change is propagated. Yep, they did. So that's how easy this is going to be. Okay, don't get intimidated. I'm going to show you how to build this from level 0. So I will be back in the next segment and we'll get that started. All right, and there's the nasty, crowded desktop. Okay, so let's say you've never heard of WordPress before, you've never heard of Elementor before, and you're going to go from level 0. Well, here we go, step by step, how to put up. Now, this is not the only way to put up a quick web page. It's not the only easy way to put up a web page, but it's what I'm using. It's what I'm doing. It's just the easiest, fastest. If you already have your own way to put up web pages that's quick and easy and fast for you, then just ignore this. Do yours. Because what's important is that it's quick and easy and fast. But if you don't know anything and you need a method, here's mine. So I am at wordpress.com/hosting. Okay. Yep, wordpress.com/hosting. That's where we want to be. So I'm going to hit get started. Yeah, we're going to do get started. And I'm going to create a brand new account and everything. Yeah, I'm going to create a brand new account and everything. I'm going to use an old email address I don't need anymore because this account is just for teaching purposes and something. So glca science teacher at gmail.com, and my username will be we'll just say website teacher 42. 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, isn't it? And we're going to choose a password. See, is it going to show my password? No, it's not. Okay. There we go. And then create account. Choose a domain. Enter your site's name or some descriptive keywords to get started. Type the domain you want here. So get a free 1-year domain registration with any paid annual plan. Okay, so I typed in teach how to build quick site, and because this is just for teaching purposes. So I've got these options here, including a free one, teach how to build quick site.wordpress.com. That would be free. However, we're going to use that Elementor thing that I talked about before, and Elementor is a plugin, and free WordPress doesn't let you install plugins. So what I would do then, if I was actually creating this instead of just using it to teach you guys today, and then we'll jump into my real one to do the Elementor stuff, is I would well, I'm going to use the free one, and it's going to, and in order to install to get to this page, okay, now I could start with a free site. But if I start with a free site, then when I go to install Elementor, it's just going to send me back here. And in order to install Elementor, it's going to want this business plan. It's going to want $25 a month, which you may not be ready to do the first day. I sure wasn't. I didn't have a website until about 2 or 3 weeks in. So, and you may want to use your startplaying.games profile for a little while, or you may have your own tricks up your sleeve. Some people like Wix, some people like Weebly. There are all sorts of things out there on the internet for making quick, fast, free, or cheap sites. The reason why I'm going through this one is, as the teacher of the course, I need to show some way to do it for people who are at level 0. So the business thing is $25 a month. Now, you get this business up and running, that won't be a big deal. But if you're just getting started and you're getting started on a shoestring, you may not want to do that the first day. Go ahead and, you've got access to these videos. Come back to this video later. If $25 a month is a lot for you right now, and I've gone up and down in my life like a lot of people have. I've been places in my life where $25 is chump change, and I've been places in my life where $25 is a big deal. So it just depends on where you are in life right now. But in a few weeks, if you build this business and you get customers paying you to Dungeon Master for them, play D&D with them, the $25 will not be a big deal. But you don't need it to start with. So you might even want to go as long as you can without a website. And then all of a sudden, you might have people asking you, hey, do you have a website? But for now, this is as far as we would get signing up. It's as far as I'm going signing up today. Because I already have WordPress and everything. I'm like, we're just going to go into my account now. I'm not going to sign up for a new one here. But what you would do is you'd select that, and then they would take you to this place here. They've got checkout. Obviously, I'm not going to check out. They want $25 a month. They want this $300 a year thing. I'm sure there's probably a monthly thing here. Pick a payment method. I'm not doing that today because I've already got all this. Like, I don't need to buy a second one. Just want to show you guys how to get here from level 0. So when I come back for the next segment, I'm already going to be logged into the Game Shop's Basement account that's already paid for, already covered and everything. And I'll show you how to use Elementor. I'll show you how to get Elementor and stuff. All right, so I will be right back. There's the hideous desktop. There's turning off the screen recorder. Okay, so now that you've got a WordPress account and you've got a WordPress website, then the way to get to your WordPress login, I've got for me, it's gameshopsbasement.com. That's my website. And then there's /WP for WordPress -admin. And what that'll do is that will take me to my login, which I'll especially need my first time. Oh, well, it's already got me logged in, and it says Howdy Admin up here in the corner. But you didn't really miss very much. Like, if I hadn't been logged in, it would just take me to a place where I could put in my name and password. Then it brings you here. This is your dashboard. Okay. Now, I've already got Elementor. There's the Elementor symbol there. It says Elementor Overview here. But what if you don't have Elementor yet? Well, and also, you're going to want to make sure that you get something that has a good blank canvas option for a template. So what does that mean? He's throwing all these words at me. Blank canvas option, template. Okay. So we are going to make sure that we get Elementor first of all. And Elementor is a plugin. So right here we have plugin. So now I have Elementor, but if I didn't, I'd go add new plugin. And then there's a search bar here. And I would search for Elementor. And I would find it and I would install it. I mean, I already have it, so it's not going to work for me. But I would type in, Elementor. We'll even see what happens if I might even say I already have it. Yeah. So there's Elementor. There it is. And it says active because I've already got it. But these others that I don't have, it says install now, install now, install now. And there's other options down here if I was interested in, installing one of those. But this is how you would find Elementor. Elementor, like many things on the internet, has a premium version and a free version. The free version is all you need for a long time. The pro version is absolutely worth it. I mean, the pro version has got all sorts of neat, fine, cool stuff in it. But from a practical point of view, by the time you would need the pro version, you're probably making enough money that you're just going to pay somebody else to do your website. And maybe they'll use Elementor Pro. So from my point of view, from what I've seen in the real world here, is that Elementor Free will get you started. And Elementor Pro, although I can, as an Elementor fan, I can definitely appreciate everything it does when I read about it and stuff, and I can imagine how cool that would be and how powerful that would be. I don't need it myself. And by the time I would want that stuff on my website, I'm going to be paying somebody else to do it. And maybe they'll use Elementor Pro. Who knows? So Elementor Pro for me seems to be more for website professionals. But for us, what we're doing here, just the shoestring entrepreneur, Elementor Free is just fine. All right, so so you get Elementor installed, and then I will be back in the next segment to show you about themes. Yes, themes. That's the next thing. So just one thing at a time here, and we'll get through this website thing. I know it's intimidating to some people. All right, so here we are cranking along on this website. We've got Elementor installed in our WordPress. We're on the WordPress dashboard. And how do you get to the dashboard? You type in your website /wp/admin. You log in with your WordPress login information. Okay, so we've got Elementor. Another thing we're going to need is a theme. You find the themes by going down here to Appearance, and there's Themes. Now there's a search bar here to search installed themes. I've got 4 themes here because I experimented with some others before I landed on one. The one I landed on here is called Creative Preschool. It says it's active and gives me an option to customize it. There's a few others that I've tried. I tried this one called 2019. I tried this one called 2020. I tried this one called 2021. Didn't like them for various reasons. But this Creative Preschool one is the one I landed on. And the reason I recommend it is that it makes the best blank Elementor canvas, because my goal here is to use Elementor, not to find the perfect WordPress theme. I don't think there is a perfect WordPress theme, but I want a WordPress theme that easily allows me to basically create a clean slate, create a blank Elementor canvas, and that one is Creative Preschool, spelled like that without an E at the end of creative. And you'd hit Add New, and then there'll be a search bar where you can search for themes, and you'd type in Creative Preschool to try to find it, and there it is. And it says I've already got it installed, but you'd need to install. Now, it's free, got a free version. A lot of these themes are free or have a free version. Some of them are completely paid themes. There's no free version. If you want to totally get into WordPress and explore all the WordPress universe, that's great. I have explored the WordPress universe. I don't really like it, except that I like what I can do with a blank canvas and Elementor. So I'm really more of a blank canvas and Elementor fan than I am a WordPress fan. But get that installed. Okay, so then we're going to go back. So once we've got that, we're going to go back up here to just the dashboard. So the dashboard is like your friend. That'll bring you back to the starting page here if you ever get lost. Now you may notice this thing on my screen. It says this theme recommends the following plugin, Contact Form 7. I just make that go away. It'll come back. I didn't dismiss it forever. It'll keep reminding me, but I don't need that. That's not. We're using Creative Preschool theme because it makes a nice blank Elementor canvas, not because we want to actually use it. Okay. So next we're going to go down to the themes. Now I've already done this, but I've got to teach you how to do this from level 0, so I need to make sure that you get this done. This customize button here, if we hit that, then there's going to be things here on the left that you'll want to go through and set up for your page. Well, first, obviously they're going to advertise and try to get you to buy the pro version. You can kind of ignore that. Then site identity, you see I've got Game Shop's Basement typed in, and then my tagline where the best games happen. But I'm not actually displaying that. Not well, it's because I wiped the canvas clean. Blank element or canvas. We'll show you that in a minute. So really, it doesn't really matter whether that box is checked or not. And you don't have to select a logo up here because we're working with a blank element or canvas. Your site icon, that's the little thing that goes up here, makes your website look really, really professional and stuff. Kind of looks kind of amateurish. You don't have to have one. I am going to show you here how to get one though. So if we go to this website here, icoconvert.com, you can create little icon images to put there. Now, what kind of images would you put there? Well, free public domain ones, of course. So pdclipart.org, I could just make one right now as we're teaching. And I could search for all kinds of completely free public domain things. It doesn't, could be anything. History, world, and humankind. Let's go with that. Make the ad go away. Okay, so let's see. And the 19th century train looks cool. You want something simple because it's going to get shrunk down into the corner of your website. So you don't necessarily want something really big or complex, something, because like these Easter Island heads, yeah, they look cool and everything, but when you shrink them all the way down to the size of the website icon in the corner of the website, I mean, you won't be able to see them, what they are. If I had a website about Egypt, these would look good, so I'm just going to grab one of these. We'll just grab this lady here. She's colorful. He's kind of black and white and plain. So we'll grab her, and yep, there we go. Mott, Egyptian goddess. All right, great. So I'm going to right click on her, save image as. I'm going to put her on the desktop, and I'm going to call her Mott so I can find her really quickly. There we go. All right, and then so I can go here to icoconvert. We can choose a file. There she is. Upload her. Successfully uploaded. I'm not going to crop the image, and then I'm not going to apply any of these styles. And then favicon icon for your website. That's what we want. And we're gonna, and she was a Pong, so we're gonna convert her to an icon. How do I know she was a Pong? Because I'm trying to teach from level 0. If you look here, her website extension was Pong. That's how we know. Because it could have been JPEG, it could have been bitmap, it could have been one of these others. All right. So presenting free public domain clip art. I've talked about this before. It's amazing how much stuff you can just get totally for free when art can be so expensive. So you can get any public domain clip art. You read the website carefully, make sure it really is free public domain and that it can be used for commercial use. And then you can, now you want it to be simple, very simple. You don't want to be too complicated, because this image is going to get squished up into the tiny little corner of your website. And so if you had some sort of complex piece of art, for example, I'll just hit images here. We'll find an example of a bad one. Like that sun wouldn't be too bad. That sun would be pretty good. But some images that are busy or complex, or they just have a lot going on, they would not condense down well. Like for instance, this crab here, or even like this little thing that says please notice this. Like, no one's going to be able to read that when it gets shrunk down. This cat would probably be good, but like these hats would not. By the time you shrink that down, that's just going to look like a gray black blur. And the same thing with this snail. When you shrink that down, that's just going to look like a blur. But like this puppy would stand out, these roses would stand out. So you just want to be careful what you choose to be your site icon, the little icon way up in the left corner up there. I just used another dragon head. I went to the same website where I went to the same website where I found my logo, and I just got another dragon head that looks like it could, go with that dragon. Obviously, I couldn't use this whole big dragon again, because by the time you squished it down to something that small, it'd just be a little tiny little speck or a little smudge. Nobody would recognize what it is. But you can hit, change image here, and then you'll be able to, you'll get an opportunity to upload new files, or you could use pre-existing files you already have. But yeah, just put something in there. And I think WordPress wants it to be like 512 by 512 pixels or less. So if the image is too big, you might have to resize it a little bit. And then if we go back here and hit themes again. Okay, internet's being a little bit slow today. Okay, so again, we're using the Creative Preschool themes. All right. And we want to customize that theme. And so far we've looked at site identity. You can go back and colors, header image. This stuff is not going to matter, as it doesn't even show up. See, that's my header image, but it doesn't even show up because I'm going to use Elementor blank canvas here. So that's, like homepage settings. Yeah, homepage displays a static page. We need that checked. And yeah, homepage is going to be called main page. Okay, that looks good. All right, so we've got all of our settings set in our theme. So we've got Elementor installed. We have our Creative Preschool theme. So now we're gonna get to work. We're gonna go here to upper dashboard here, and here on pages, we're taking a look at my pages here real quick. All pages. There's all pages and add new. If we go to all pages, I've got my 7-day course. I've got the Blood Red Moon event. I've got main page, free resources page. That's something we're working on. That big list that I showed you earlier with all the games that you could I'm prepared to run. But I want to create a new page with you and teach you how to do it right now. So we're going to start with a whole brand new page. So right here it says add new page. So we're going to add that new page. And I want to use Elementor. I'm going to hit edit with Elementor because I just don't like regular WordPress. I'm a huge, Elementor fan. That's how it's going to be fast and easy to work with and to change every day once it all gets set up. So there's my Elementor. And I want to go down here to settings. And I want to tell page layout to be an Elementor canvas. Ooh, it went blank all of a sudden. Now this is what I want. This is what we've been working for. This is where we get this totally blank thing. So easy to use. Okay, I'm going to hit publish. Going to create that page. Hooray, your page is live. Have a look, but it'd just be blank. We haven't put anything there yet. All right, and so the way Elementor works, quick and easy, they've got these little plus signs, and then select structure. And your structure is just how you'd like the boxes to be laid out. Remember, Elementor is just a bunch of little boxes. So I'm going to start with just like that. Ooh, there's my box. Now, when I click in that box, I can drag anything in there I want. If I want to put a heading there, regular text, video, an image, anything like that, I'm going to put a heading in there. Drag that right in there. And I'm going to change it to, welcome to the sample page. And, well, what if I don't want it to be over to the left? Well, then I'm going to need to center it like that. And what if I don't like that baby blue? You don't have to like that baby blue. We can go over here to style, and we can change that color to, anything you want. I could make it, green if I wanted, for example. There we go. And then I hit update. And then I'm going to go back to, I'm going to leave this here, take another tab, and I'm going to go back to gameshopsbasement.com/WordPress admin. All right, now I'm going to look at my pages. And, ooh, there's one, a new one just popped up called Elementor 553. That's the default name. And if I view it, it's the one I just created. Welcome to the sample page. And I can start putting anything on here I want. I can start putting, so if I hit edit with Elementor, I can start putting in, and so this is blank, and then let's put this next to compare it. Let's put it next to my finished one, because your finished one does not have to look like my finished one. I mean, so here's my finished one, where I kind of put the logo and the t-shirt and whatnot. All this logo is, in fact, I'm going to hit edit with Elementor so you can see how my boxes are laid out. So yeah, I've got two boxes up here. The left box has my logo, the right box has my t-shirt ad. Maybe you don't have t-shirt ads, maybe you just want your logo at the top. So if we go here, welcome to the sample page, then I could add, whatever I want. Let's say I want a nice picture to visually draw people in. Well, I would, we'll do that single box structure, make it easy, and then I'm going to want to put an image placeholder in there, and let's choose an image, and I'll just use an image that I've already got saved. Some gamers around a table. Well, I think of them as gamers. They're probably not gamers, but I'm kind of pretending they are, because I got these pictures off pexels.com that I've talked about before. We'll hit insert media. There we go. Now that picture's kind of tall, and actually that's not the version I like to use. The version I like to use, I got rid of that top part of the elevator because I think that's kind of a waste of space, or not really an elevator, whatever it is. There's like pulleys and stuff that, I don't know, whatever that is. I just see all those pulleys and everything and the mechanisms, and I think elevator, but I guess maybe that just moves the doors or something, who knows. But anyway, so I just sort of assume these people are gamers and kind of implied as much on my website. But I'm going to go ahead and replace their picture. I'm going to hit choose image here again, and I'm going to grab this one instead. Insert media. There we go. That's better. That's one that I edited before, where I took that big top off. Now, if this is too big, because the purpose here is to draw people in visually and make it look like people are having a good time gaming, sitting around computers, stuff like that. These are going to be like your customers, your clients playing D&D with you. So I'm going to hit resize, image size over here, and it said it was large by default. Let's try medium large. Okay, let's try medium. Oh, medium might be a little bit too small. What's medium large like again? All right, and you can kind of play with that, and and then you could just start to artistically create this page. Hit the plus sign. Maybe I'm going to put some. Maybe you think there's too much blank space here. Like I've got blank space over here on the right, blank space over here on the left. So I can just get rid of that box, and I can do it again. So let's grab, this time let's make it, let's do a triple one like that. Let's do a triple box. Okay, and let's put the picture in the middle, put an image in the middle, and then maybe, maybe we'll, I got it. We'll put pictures on either side and put some text in the middle. So you can do whatever you want. You can just get all creative and everything. So I'm going to get rid of that box again. This time I'm going to select the triple structure. Over here, we're going to put an image. And over here, we're going to put an image. And here we can put, put that picture again. Or put some text. So let's hit this one. And if I'm going too fast, just rewind. Here's that picture. There we go. Oh, that's not the one I liked though. So I can hit choose image, hit that other one. There we go. And then over here, can drag some, text in there. And I could say maybe looking for a gaming group. And of course, if I don't want it to all be lean to the left, I can center it there. And if I don't like that baby blue color, if I want to, I can make it any color I want. Just hit style up here. Make sure we select it, and we could change it to, green, similar green color. There we go. And then I could put another picture over here. Yeah, we can choose an image, and put the dice over there. The dice look nice. There we go. And then you could just start creating. Really, they call it Elementor Canvas or blank canvas in WordPress. It really is a canvas. You can just start painting anything that you can put in these boxes, and you've got different arrangements of the boxes here in Elementor. I like it a lot. It's quick, it's easy, and at the beginning of this particular video, I kind of showed you how to quickly change stuff. So here's my real page again, and I can change whatever I want. So and you can put links up. So I'm going to get out of this Elementor thing. Well, no, not quite yet. Yeah, we'll add a new tab. We'll go to GameShopsBasement.com, regular website. It still knows I'm me though, and I'm the admin, so it offers me that black menu at the top. But I can put a link here to my store for my shirts. There we go. That's bonfire.com, so that's obviously not on my site. It's just a link. But here is another link to my site, archive of the previous quotes of the week. Here's a link to Discord. These are links to my games that I showed you earlier. Link to the YouTube channel. All right, and how do you include a link? I'll show you real quick here with the YouTube channel. So I grab my YouTube channel and I hit copy and paste type stuff. So copy that, go in here. We'll put a link on the sample page. I'll just put in a little box here, and we'll put some text in there, and we'll have the text say, we'll get rid of the sample text, and we'll have the text say, watch some YouTube or something. We'll have the text say, watch some YouTube. And I'm going to center it. There we go. Watch some YouTube. And then I'm going to select that. We're going to put a little hyperlink in there. And I'm going to paste, because this is the YouTube link that I just copied off of YouTube. I copied it right there. I'm going to paste it right in here. And then one more thing I want to do, because you don't want people to actually leave your website. One more thing I want to do is right here you can edit. You can say open link in new tab. Make sure that's checked. That way people aren't actually leaving your website. They're just getting a new tab. Hit update. Watch some YouTube. Okay, so we're going to update that. And now we'll leave the Elementor editing part of this site, and we'll go to the regular site. So if we go to my WordPress dashboard, GameShopsBasement.com, WordPress admin, and if I look at my pages now, all pages, here's this Elementor 553, and you can change that name. The quickest way to change that name is to hit quick edit here, and then you can change that name. That's Elementor, and some number is just the default of what it assigns it. But if I hit view, and now, so yeah, welcome to the sample page. Here's our pictures, looking for a gaming group. Watch some YouTube. There it goes to my YouTube channel. So you can, so Elementor just really makes it super easy to use WordPress. I used to hate WordPress. I really did. WordPress was like just the bane of my existence. But I had a very, very, very good friend who let me use some space on his server for some entrepreneurial things that I was doing. And his server's a WordPress server. So I sort of had to use WordPress whether I liked it or not, or I couldn't take advantage of my friend's offer. And I was kind of broke, and I really needed to take advantage of my friend's offer. So I was taking an entrepreneurial class for a different kind of business, but much like the entrepreneurial class that you're taking right now, I was taking one from a guy named Billy Jean who teaches marketing and stuff. So I was taking a class from an internet entrepreneurial guru, and I learned in his class about Elementor from one of the other students. So Billy Jean, the teacher, didn't actually directly teach me about Elementor, but one of his students, because just like we have a social media group where all you students can talk and help each other. We can form the basement council of game masters. Most online teachers have a group for their students to help each other and share and study together and learn and discuss what went well and what didn't go so well, and learn from each other's experiences. So one of the students at one of Billie Jean's courses actually showed me about Elementor, and that's how I found out about it. And ever since I learned about Elementor, WordPress has just been a dream. It really has. It's really quick and easy. I can just change stuff on the fly super fast. I don't spend a lot. Once I have it set up, okay, you can kind of see from this lesson today, it does take a bit to set things up, but once things are set up and you're just going through day-to-day life in your business, it is so easy breezy. So for instance, here's my web page. I'm logged in as the admin. It recognizes me as me. WordPress does, so I can hit edit with Elementor if I want to change something. And once again, just to show you how easy this is, because you might have been a little intimidated by how long this lesson was and all the steps we took and everything, I'm going to just change something real quick just because I can. But let's do something useful. Because this page over here, I just threw together, welcome to the sample page, looking for a gaming group, watch some YouTube, recycled some pictures. That's not a real page I'm going to use. I'm just using that to teach you. But here we have the real page. So let me, here's something I can change. Pugmire got changed into a second Dragonlance game. So I can go ahead and change that. So I'm going to click right here, and it's going to take me to right down there in the box, and right there, right. So where it says Friday D&D Open Gaming License, Realms of Pugmire, 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, we're going to change that to what it's become. So that particular slot, it's still Friday and it's still D&D, but nowadays it's Dragonlance, and it's not 7 p.m. it's 7:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Okay, so now it says the right thing. Now I need for the description to be the right thing, and then I'm going to change the link, because people that are going to want to sign up for it, they need to go to the right link when they try to sign up for it. They need to go to this new Dragonlance thing we're doing. They don't want to go to the old Pugmire thing, because we're not doing that anymore. So that would tend to tick customers off. Yeah. So let's change the description, and I'll show you how to change the link. And then I think that's it for that's going to wrap up this basic how to throw up a quick website lesson. All right, and then we've done 5 out of 7 lessons. There's just lesson 6 and lesson 7 left, and then you'll have everything in our basic course, and you'll be ready for the advanced stuff in the Basement Council of Game Masters. All right, so let's come up with this description here. New first session. Be on the ground floor as an original party member. There we go. All right, and then in order to get that link and make sure the link is right, I'm going to go to startplaying.games, and I'm in my Opera browser, which means that I'm logged in as me. So I'm going to head to, let's do the calendar. I should have my Dragonlance on Fridays. There it is, 7 p.m. Return to Dragonlance. And the 13th, that's the next one coming up. And but I need that link. See, if I do the link here, if I get a link in my account, it's going to be a Game Master link, and we can't do that. That won't work for people. So I'm going to get the link from my wife's account. So we're going to open up. Here's the hideous desktop. We're going to open up Internet Explorer, or Microsoft Edge, I guess they call it these days. And we're going to go to startplaying.games. We're going to find a GM. Nope, that's find games. We're going to find a GM, and we're going to use my name, look for me, have me come up. There I am. Click on my profile, and then I'm going to go down to my games at the bottom of my profile. At the bottom of my profile, right above the reviews, and I'm going to go cruise on over to Dragonlance. Here's a Dragonlance, Friday, 7 p.m. That's it. So I'm going to click on that. Only one seat left. Okay, so we just might end up needing more Dragonlance. Okay, going to grab that link, and so obviously I haven't had this up on my GameShopsBasement.com website. So how did I get all the seats filled but one already? They found it on StartPlaying.games. But you do want to have it there. So I'm going to copy. I need to copy the link here. Need to make sure it's the player's link off of my wife's account. And then we're going to go right in here. There's Friday D&D Dragonlance. And I'm going to select that. We're going to hit the hyperlink. There we go. Select it. We're going to edit the hyperlink and paste. And I'm going to check out real quick. So this hyperlink, this new one I just pasted, ends with like 3DC08F. And then if I go back here to where I got it from, it ends in 3DC08F. Okay, so it's the right one. Yeah, just important to check stuff like that. Okay, so now I can hit update, and away we go. And one more thing I'm going to check is I'm going to make sure that the link, yeah, open link in new tab. That's what we want. Okay, update. Yep. Oh, that's the old one. Okay, Control V. There's the one that ends in 3DC08F. Okay, I almost accidentally changed it back. Okay, update.